Setting up a community mobilization project, first we need to identify what the community safety issue is. What vulnerable groups are affected by this issue, what geographic areas are affected by this issue, and most importantly, which data tells us that there is an issue that needs to be addressed here. Data is very important because it suggests the solutions that are going to work most effectively in the situation. Secondly, we need to identify the project partners who need to be involved with this, whether that be police, whether it be community members, whether there are other agencies that have a mandate to address this particular issue. Then we need to identify what are the risk factors that are contributing to this issue and what protective factors can mitigate these risks, and then determine essentially how we're going to go about doing that. I should note that a lot of the actions that are outlined as part of community mobilization are not particularly new when we're talking about community safety and well-being. What is new is that these actions take place as part of a collaborative partnership between support organizations, between police and community members. Really what's important when we're thinking about community mobilization is the recognition that each different agency has different strengths that they can bring to a table, and we can really address these root causes that we're talking about when we engage in that kind of collaboration. So that's the strategy that we're outlining for future action in a nutshell. Just to give you some very brief background about what we've been doing. The community mobilization strategy was started in October of 2013. It was funded by a proceeds of crime grant from the province. And really what our main objective was to establish an approach to community mobilization that's appropriate to the unique conditions of Chatham-Kent. There was researching, data analysis, and engagement with community partners and frontline officers that went into the development of this strategy. We're bringing forward, as part of this strategy, several recommendations for the police service itself to ensure that they can facilitate this approach most appropriately. We're giving our community mobilization activities that are undertaken as part of the police service's goals already, common strategic focus, creating a dedicated community mobilization capacity within the Chatham-Kent Police Service, encouraging frontline officers to participate in community mobilization projects to develop engagement and problem-solving skills, and finally, encouraging our frontline officers to connect cases of elevated risk to support services. Often police officers are the first line of contact for someone who needs to be connected to support services to prevent victimization, and so we need to ensure that our officers have the resources that they need to make that referral.